Ganze C einmal. Ganze C vom Anfang. C vom Anfang. Ja? Ja. Sorry. 1, 2, C. 1, 2, 3, C.
Thank you so much for accepting my invitation to have this little chat together.
Thank you for inviting me.
So first of all, I'm curious, how long have you been here in Basel?
It's soon it's going to be 11 years.
11 years?
11 years, 2013.
Wow.
The 14th of February.
Wow, cool. And you come from
Greece.
From Greece.
I come from Greece, Thessaloniki, Smeu city.
And what brought you to Basel? What was the context?
So well, I came for studies for music. It was back then. I had just finished my classical trumpet studies, so I came here to go on, and I was actually more heading towards classical music and orchestral performance and stuff like that. And at the same time, it was a period where Greece was in the media, in the whole Europe, maybe I don't know, in the whole world, because of bankruptcy and all this financial. Am I free to speak how I want?
Yes, you can speak what you want.
Financial bullshit. And yeah, so I came to study, and actually I didn't have in my mind that I'm going back.
So you felt like you were out of the country and then you will stay up?
Yes, yeah.
Has this thing changed since then?
Not really. Sometimes came to me questions like if I should do something else, if I should leave the country, if I should go back to Greece. But it was just, I don't know, not real questions, I realized. I started with a post in Facebook, and I asked if there are people around Basel interested in playing in a Balkan band. And there were around 20 people writing, yes, I would like to, so any kind of instrument, like from flutes to accordions to percussion to guitars, classical guitars, keyboards, trumpets, saxophones, violins, cello, singers, whatever. Things that don't absolutely make, they don't consist of a real Balkan band with the instrumentation that everybody knows more or less, but who cares in the end? We can make it work. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, this gave me really happiness. I started writing the scores for the people. Then I started listening again to Balkan music, to traditional pieces from Greece, from North Macedonia, from Serbia, from composers like Bregovic or whatever, and it brought really happiness. This brought, it took me out of a depression. Honestly, it was uplifting, absolutely.
Music and people.
Music and people, yeah.
Yeah, and then You meet regularly?
We meet twice per month, every 2 weeks, around 2 hours, and people are amateurs, most of them, and they are just passionate to learn this kind of music, and yeah, they're engaged. They show real engagement to that.
Where are they from?
There are people from Greece, from Switzerland, from Turkey, Kurdish people, people with roots in other countries like Romania, or it's kind of mixed. I think not. I think I'm sure there are people who have more complicated roots also. Let's say they're not only Greeks, but they might be half Greeks and half Arabs, or half Swiss and half Balkan.
Es braucht ein bisschen mehr Schwung. Ist okay, es braucht nur ein bisschen mehr Schwung. Wum, da, bum, bum, wum, zack, zack. Nicht? Versteht ihr, was ich meine? Ja, da braucht man. Machen wir B, zweimal. Und es braucht ganz klar, jedes Mal, wo eine neue Ziffer kommt, B oder C oder so, einen sehr deutlichen Anfang von euch. Zum Beispiel, jetzt beim C, es wäre Wum,
I love the music of Bregovic a lot. I love the traditional music of northern Greece, where I grew up. It's very interesting. What I love in that is that in the newspapers and in the TV and whatever, you can see very often about political difficulties between countries. It was, for instance, in the last years, I mean, like already 4 years ago or so, about the name of North Macedonia, the country, and there are quite some people in both countries who didn't like that. One country would like more, the other country would like much less or nothing. And there is not really any means of accepting each other and respecting the fact that the borders that we have now, they exist only for 100 years, and before that it was Ottoman Empire. Their Ottoman Empire was, let's say, the European Union of this era back then.
Yeah.
Because the people for around 400 or 500 years, they could travel from Egypt to almost Vienna without passport. No, it was one empire, so many nations. I don't want to take position and to say what was good or what was bad in that, but what was for sure an advantage is that the people didn't have the borders that were created 100 years ago, and they were also multiplied with the war in Yugoslavia, where all these new countries were created, like Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia, Kosovo, North Macedonia, whatever, everything. And what I have experienced as a kid in Greece is that musicians who played Balkan music, they came from this or the other place, and they would play more or less the same pieces like the neighbors in North Macedonia, and in fests, in celebrations in villages where they are just eating and dancing and playing music for 48 hours non-stop. It's crazy. People
Balkan.
playing Balkan music for 24 hours without sleeping, without eating. Crazy. But Greek musicians going to play in North Macedonia their music because it's the same, and people from North Macedonia going to Greece, to Greek villages to play their music. It's like, what? how it should be, you know,
Yeah.
and all the other stuff are just
Politics.
yeah.
It's politics and ways to create conflict and separation.
Exactly. Yeah. Hmm. So, this is a context that I love to share in a ground which is more neutral.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean, let's use this neutrality.
Yeah.
I experience the borders. Yeah, not this kind of borders between countries, but between people and social roles. Also, I think this is very strong. And it creates also fear and stress, I think, to the people, also to me. I felt sometimes like that. Insecurity. And, if you want me to connect it to me, to my practice, to my, for example, with what I'm doing with the Balkan BBQ, with my Greek choir, which doesn't have almost any Greek person inside.
I didn't know about that.
We're going to talk also about that. Is that I am the person who is really very tolerant. I first let people act how they feel like, and then I react to create kind of balance. But I think it needs a lot of tolerance between people to accept each other, to have space for themselves for expression, for this border is also like something people should explore somehow. Where are the borders? How loud can I play there, or how wrong can I play there, or whatever. Time shows everything up, and every person who has the experience of the freedom of exploring borders, I think, is able afterwards to set borders to itself, to herself, to himself. So I think this is kind of compass for me in my musical activities, which have to do with groups. I like people to feel free, to explore their borders, and to for themselves and for the group to expand somehow this thing. What can we accept? What can we tolerate? And what can we not?
It's negotiating.
Yeah, it's which is not verbal also. A lot of times it's just through experience.